Hello, I'm Zachariah from Old Man Gaming. With me is...
Yo, what's up, old man fam? BuildMaster General here, back again once again. We are on our second build.
Number 2, Two Idiots Build a PC, Part 2, Slightly Less Stupid. Hopefully. We already, just to give you guys a heads up, we did not record this part. The easiest part of the day was going to be drilling a hole through my floor so we could move the Ethernet through. That was 2 hours, so this is going to be real interesting.
Yeah, it's fun.
So today, we're building my PC. Billy, BuildMaster General is going to help me out with it. We're going to go over all the pieces that we're going to use for the PC. You don't have to do this one. These are speakers. I needed new speakers. You don't need that. It's not a part. You guys can get speakers whatever you want. So here we go. Billy.
We got, same as the last build, 16 gigabyte kit, 3200 megabyte per second RAM.
Yeah. We're using T-Force this time because that's what they had at Micro Center.
We have the same SSD, 512 gig, M.2. 3600 Ryzen, same as my build that you guys saw. Same 650 watt Bronze Plus power supply. Same motherboard, the MSI B450M Pro. Same essential graphics card, but instead of Gigabyte, we went with the Sapphire, just because they didn't have the Gigabyte in stock, and they're pretty much the same. They're both 5600 XTs.
I do believe the Sapphire was what, $10 more?
Yeah, it's like $10 more.
Just so that you guys know. This you guys don't need. I just need a new keyboard, mouse.
Same monitor, which is the 24-inch. Asus 144 Hertz.
Yes. Now I have a different. The only thing I'm doing differently with my build, and I don't know what I'm saying. You're going to be building most of it, but basically my PC build is I bought the 4 terabyte hard drive right off the bat for storage. The other thing is my case is different. I'm not going to show you here. It looks beautiful, but you'll see it as we build it. So I don't think we need to parade it out right now. So those are the only 2 things that were very different. I bought less fans.
Yeah, his case came with 3, where mine only came with 2, so we don't really need an extra set of fans in his. We really didn't need them in mine. I'm just I like the RGB fans, I guess.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to build it. We're going to do it much like we did before, although I think instead of showing you the time-lapse of everything, we're just going to cut to the stuff that's important. I think that's the better part.
I shouldn't have to look up everything again because I kind of remember how to do it. So I'll only be looking up if I get like stumped on something.
Right. So we're just going to like... And the first video we did was more of a, hey look, we can do this. This video we're just going to show you the build. So we're going to kind of cut to the important parts, I think, just so you guys know that's going to be a little bit different instead of that 4x speed. Alright, so let's get to it. Alright guys, what we're doing right now is we are adding the SSD, correct?
Yep, the M.2 SSD plugs into the motherboard here, and then there's that little screw that if you watch the first build video we did, I dropped it about 90,000 times. So we're gonna see, it's so tiny, that's why it's tough.
It's very small. It's very, very small.
So we're gonna see if I can manage to not.
I don't like it when Phil Billy's trying to compete with himself.
There's one drop.
If you get 3 drops, I'm going to cut it, and then we'll come back to after it's put in. Should I be counting these?
Yeah, I can't even pick this stupid thing up. Let's see if I can get it kind of started. Dude, why do they make this so freaking tiny?
Oh shit.
You know?
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know how you got this in the first time. This is one of the reasons Phil Billy is helping me with the build. I mean, he's done this before and he's much better at it than me, but my hands are perpetually shaky. I don't know if I could even do this, honestly.
Oh, it was
2 drops. And then we got to play the get the screw out of the motherboard game. It's my favorite game.
Yeah, it's great. And these were supposed to be like magnetic bits that I bought, and they're definitely not magnetic bits, or else I wouldn't be having quite this issue. See if I can get it like started.
I don't know if that should count.
No, it's on the table, it doesn't count. Third time's the charm, folks.
Got it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, he's gonna screw this in, and we'll move to another part.
Yep.
All right, the SSD is installed and screwed in. We are now doing the processor, the core processor, the Ryzen.
So we gotta lift this lock, and then there's a little mark in one of these corners, like an arrow. Yep, I found it. There's the arrow, and you line it up with this white dot up here. So, and you gotta be careful when you put these in, you can't touch those, because those are all like a bajillion little pins. And it just kinda hover it, and then it drops in. So that's in there, and then you flip this spring-loaded little arm back down, and that locks that in. And now we'll put we're just using the stock cooler like I did in my build, which is just I think they call it like a Wraith Prism, the 3600 comes with. It's from AMD. It already has the paste, thermal paste applied. And then I will put it the same direction I put mine, where I had the AMD facing the max. And just set that like so.
Almost in over here.
And then you tighten these screws down. And they are spring loaded, so you basically, you'll know when you're tight enough, like they will start to click, and you want to go in like a little bit of a crisscross pattern, so that way, like if you see right now I'm having trouble getting this one started, the crisscross pattern helps with that. I may have to loosen the one I put in. I might have tightened it a little bit too much. Just want to get them all started. That one started. That one started. And that one started. So then you just tighten in a crisscross. And yeah, that would be your installation of your CPU and your CPU cooler.
Alright, well, we're going to tighten these screws in. We'll be right back with the RAM. Record.
Alright, so now we're going to install our RAM. You flip back these locks, and you want it, since it's DDR4 and we're using a 16 gigabyte kit, it will be placed in the first and third slot. That way they're on the same.
You want these back too?
That one, the only one side on this motherboard clips. Remember, I struggled with that the first time.
You got it.
I have it backwards, which is stupid of me.
These things happen.
And it doesn't really, like, you want to skip a slot, so we can also go in this one.
Why do you want to skip a slot? Just out of curiosity.
Because this is channel 1, so channel 1 is, I don't remember which side it starts from, but channel 1 is like this one and the third one, and channel 2 is this one and this one. So you want them both on the same channel, otherwise it'll just act like 2 channels of 8 GB RAM.
I see. It won't unify them.
Yeah. So we'll actually we'll give the CPU a little breathing room.
And go, okay.
And if you do it wrong, I mean, you could switch it. It's not like the end of the world. You just push these down and it'll click like that. The lock flips up, and that's how you know that's installed correctly.
Alright, well, we're going to put the second one in and we'll be back with the next part.
Alright guys, so we got our case here. We laid it on its side. You'll see it in its glory once we're done. But we put our stays in the case for the motherboard standoffs. We put our I/O shield in, which if you're watching this because you need guidance, don't forget to do that or else you will be upset with yourself. Just like I would have been if I hadn't remembered that I need to take this cover off for the graphics card.
There you go. We had to do that post the last time.
And you can, but it's really
it's just easier to do it now.
Yeah.
It's easier to do it now, yeah. And then we're going to put the motherboard in, and then comes the real fun, complex part, and that's trying to figure out what wires go where.
Yeah.
It's usually the tricky part.
Yeah,
this is actually the easy stuff, surprisingly enough.
Oh, I gotta get that wire.
Yeah, I had it rigged on the fan, but
all the way. And you kind of just line up this stuff with the I/O. Get it. There we go. Hop through.
Sorry about the lighting in my basement, everybody. It's the best I can do right now.
Yeah, well, you guys just moved in, so you haven't exactly made a studio or whatever.
No. New house, new PC, baby. What?
So, yep. So now we're just gonna put all these little screws that hold the motherboard in.
Well, I am gonna go ahead and put the camera down to help with the screws, and we'll be back for the next part. Hi guys. Alright, so we're back. We've started to do some wiring, which is the trickiest part of everything, if you ask me or Phil, and the part that messes up last time. We're putting the power supply in right now.
We put our cables that we need.
Yeah.
We have the PCI, the SATA for the fans that came included with Zach's case.
You can see here we 3-pronged all the fans onto one SATA to try and save on wires. Hopefully that won't mess with us in the end. And now we're slipping the power supply in before dealing with some more cable fun. This, and just for everybody out there, this is the hardest part of the PC build in our opinion.
Anyways,
yeah. The motherboard, while it looks like the part that can be the most easily screwed up, it usually goes easy for us. This is the part that messes us up. And one of the worst parts about this is we're doing this for you guys, but we can't tell if we did it right until we go to turn it on. And if you guys watch our video from last time and the 16 times we had to try and get it on, that was something that we had really messed up. So I think this time we did it better, hopefully a little bit more efficiently. So I'm going to cut it out for a second there, and we'll come back at the next step. Unless you want anything to add there, Phil Billy?
No, because next step will be on the front of the case, plugging some of those little pin connectors in.
Some more nightmare fuel. Alright, see you guys in a little bit. Hi guys, we've done some more wiring. We just want to talk to you about it because we couldn't shoot it all, obviously. So this is the power. What is this?
That's a main power to the
main power to the motherboard. You plug it in up here. This is USB 3. It's also from your power supply.
No, that one's with your case. That's for the front I/O.
Yeah, it's from the for the front I/O. My bad. That's why Phil Billy's here. This was USB 1. That was from the case 2. Same with HD audio over here. We also plugged in up here your CPU power. Ran it. I'm just going to go back to the back here to show you how we ran it.
Cable managed yet, so don't panic.
Yeah, there's a lot of cable management still to go, but I just wanted to show you we ran this up to here, and that's how we moved it through. And next time you see us, we're going to be probably through setting in the graphics card. Yep. Hi guys, we're back again. We just put in the graphics card. This is a little tricky, that's why we couldn't record it, because we needed all 4 hands. What you do is you take it, there's some slots right back there, you can see that it's kind of put in. You slide it into that slot.
Very similar to how we installed the RAM.
Yes, yeah, it's just on a much bigger scale and sideways. You usually have to move a couple of wires and whatnot. You want to make sure that your back is unscrewed and off beforehand, and then once that's in, that'll lock into place. And then we put a plug into this side right here, this 4-prong plug. There's another plug which I will show you on the back end so that you don't have to actually see us plugging it in. But it's this right here. You plug that in, and then bada bing, bada boom, your graphics card is in. And I think we are almost ready to start this bad boy.
We're getting close to do the moment of truth, and hopefully...
Love to get it in 1.
Yeah.
Or at least less than 16 from last time. So,
right.
Alright, we'll be back.
Alright guys, so we're about done. Now we got... This is the 4 terabyte spinning hard drive. All I did was the case, any case you guys have should come with this plastic carrier. This is a toolless one, so you literally just put the hard drive in the carrier, and then there's a hard drive like bay down here in the back of the PC. So I just go ahead and slide that in, and you'll hear it click like that.
Very audible.
And then you got, with the motherboard came the power and the SATA cable, or the SATA cable. We have the fans running. We're going to try to run both the hard drive and the fans off the same SATA cable. If we're not reading the hard drive when we go to post, then at least we know.
Yeah, we'll just have to add another SATA cable.
But yeah, so the next thing you guys will see is it'll still look a mess, but we'll be plugging it in to see if it posts, and then we'll clean it all up, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we get it on the first try.
I'm not gonna lie, we've got some video right now, and we actually have made really good time. So if it actually lights up on the first time, fingers crossed, then we might actually be able to show you a little gameplay on it, which we didn't get to the last time we built one.
Yeah.
So alright guys, we'll see you in a little bit for Moment of Truth.
Alright guys, so this is, let me zoom out.
This is Moment of Truth.
Alright, so this is just a temporary setup. This isn't obviously where the PC is going. But we want to see if we get fans and power and whatnot.
And
so
we've got Captain America in there. He's going to give us luck. Right? So here this is the power right here, right?
Yeah.
That's sad that I had to ask.
It's your case, I'm not sure.
Let's do it. You didn't turn on the power supply.
Oh, that's on.
No. The actual...
Alright.
Alright! So, 1 down. Let's see how the next one goes. Didn't we do that the last time? Like
I didn't turn it on the back, and then the breaker wasn't on. It was... yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Alright, so Moment of Truth number 2.
Ooh, we got fans. We got fans spinning. We got your RAM is RGB. I didn't even know that. Guys, we literally bought the cheapest sticks of RAM of 16 gig. No, the monitor's not turned on. There we go. So monitor's on. Let's see if it posts. We'll have a thingy in the corner. VGA, no signal. Hold on. VGA, no signal. What's visual graphics?
Did you plug it in the right spot?
I'm pretty sure.
Why don't we... You want to just switch it to this one?
Go for it.
Did it post?
It says VGA no signal still.
In post?
Oh wait. I think we're gonna end up, don't we? Because I had to use the keyboard to like hit delete to set up the graphics. I think we're okay actually. I think we can set this on the desk. We definitely have the
This thing
CPU.
is beautiful, man. Look at that. Just get some good shots of that.
Yeah, so Captain America gave
The
us like,
Sapphire lights up.
yeah, the graphics
Red.
card. This thing is like, other than that RGB that we didn't know was RGB, which I'm sure you can go into the BIOS and make it red. I just don't know anything about this case, but
It's a VGA no signal.
that's the only thing.
We had problems with this monitor last time, I feel like.
But yeah, the case is definitely running. The graphics card fans are spinning, the CPU fans are spinning, and
Yeah.
the case fans are all spinning.
Everything's working, and the graphics card is obviously getting power. It's just not sending a signal to the monitor yet.
So we will probably set it on the desk and get this figured out, and we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
And we will let you know if anything was wrong.
Yeah, we will.
All right.
We're honest. We're transparent. God, it's pretty. We did it! The PC is built, right?
Yeah, and
We
it
finished
went
it.
pretty smoothly. The PC itself, we had trouble connecting a controller, but that's neither here or there when
Yeah.
it comes to what we're doing.
Yeah, we had the most trouble with the connecting the controller and the drilling into the floor, but it is all done. Did you want to explain the fix on the boot?
Yeah, so apparently the reason that when we last showed you, the computer turned on, but we didn't get a picture on the screen, and I thought this was really weird. Apparently I just didn't have one of the RAM sticks snapped in quite, like seated quite all the way.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean everything worked. So literally that's all it was. If I would have known that and put my finger on it and pushed it in, it would have been fine.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do this time that we didn't get to do last time is you're gonna get to see me playing it. So Phil Billy's gonna walk over, grab the camera, and then you get to see me playing the thing. I think you can actually see it in the background already. We got the camera kind of far away.
Yeah, we loaded up some games already, and I'll turn this light off so you guys don't get a glare. But yeah, so
You can see the beautiful thing lit up, and you can see Grounded in all of its beautiful 120 frame glory. And man, this game is pretty. This is the prettiest game. It's so much prettier on computer.
I don't know how good this will transition into the video, but yeah, the game runs great. We haven't had any
really issues other than the controller. I've got to figure out how to do that wireless controller. It's hating on me, really hating on me.
Yeah, he bought the same adapter I used, but for some reason we're having trouble getting the Bluetooth to recognize
the controller.
The controller.
And I don't know what I'm going to do. I ended up using my cable from the Xbox itself that allows me to charge it. I actually pulled it down here and just plugged it into the computer, and that allowed me to use the... look at the water. It's just so freaking pretty. I mean, it's not going to translate well on the picture, but it's gorgeous in this game.
But yeah. So this one was successful as well. I think we definitely learned a lot from the last time, and we saved ourselves some headache.
Yeah.
We didn't make some mistakes that we did last time, so.
No, we didn't. I think it was much smoother all the way around this time. The frustrating parts were definitely not stuff with the PC build either. It was stuff with the with just like added weird stuff that we had to do. It had nothing to do with the PC itself. So the beautiful red machine is good to go. And yeah, that's it. I think we should close it down.
Oh, and we didn't show who's in there.
Oh yeah!
We got Captain America.
Infinity War Captain America. Old man Captain America. Picked out by my kid because he looks old. To her. So.
But yeah, so that's the PC in its glory.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching another video. We should have this up soon. I'm gonna work on this, and yeah, as usual, check us out on Facebook at OldManGamingDH, on Twitter at OldManGaming9. You can join our Discord. The link will be in the description below. We'd love to hear from you. Click like, click subscribe, click the bell if you love us, and as long as you guys keep watching and listening, we'll keep making them. We'll see you guys later.
Later, old man fam.
Hi guys, Zachariah with Old Man Gaming. As you can probably tell from my facial hair and the fact that Philbilly is not next to me, this little section is being recorded a few days after we actually built the PC. The reason I felt we needed to record this was transparency. You know, that's been our motto here on Old Man Gaming since the beginning. We're just very honest with you guys about everything we do and our motivations. So I do want to just say a couple of issues I had with the computer, and actually kind of, since this is a how-to video, just go over some like don'ts that I learned in the process of doing this. So after we put the computer together, everything seemed to be working fine. You guys saw that on the video. Unfortunately, I had serious internet connection issues for the next few days. I couldn't really get through a game. I kept crapping out. The reason is this. When we were drilling the hole, we did not quite drill it big enough, which is why it took us so long to get the cord through. I was using flat cable. I would go ahead and say to everybody out there, don't use flat cable. With my experience with it. Now, again, if it had just dropped through the hole and we had plugged it in, we probably would have been fine. However, the hole wasn't quite big enough for the head, so we had to really work it through. In the process of working it through, something got damaged in the cord, so it wouldn't quite connect to the Ethernet port in the thing. It would, and it was basically a short. It would intermittently disconnect internet. It took me a lot to figure out what was wrong too because of this. You know, even Philbilly had his theories, I had mine. I do want to get a big shout out to Kev Too Tall. Again, I ended up finally calling him. I do want to say one reason you're not seeing Philbilly in this video is because it's already announced on Facebook, so this video will be well beyond the point of wrecking anybody's spot. But his wife went into labor the day after we built the PC, so he was out of commission at that point. So I don't know, I had like 3 days of anxiety, I'll tell you that right now, because I could not figure out what was wrong. Finally I figured out that it was the Ethernet cable. You could actually like move the wire from right, and then the Ethernet would turn off, and move it to the left, and the Ethernet would turn back on. So we ordered circular cable. I got a larger drill bit. I got a bigger hole in my floor now, which my wife loves, but it just dropped right through. Plugged that in, and I have not had problems since. So I just want to address that with you guys, that there was an issue post, just check up with you. There was an issue post thing, but now it is running beautifully. I've been playing on it for 2 days, and it's absolutely the best thing I've ever done. In fact, it's so pretty that I have a hard time playing indie games on it because of the fact that like I feel like I'm doing the computer a disservice. Like the computer's like, you want to run that? That's not pretty. Run this. It's so much prettier, you know. The other thing that I wanted to talk about a little bit more, which actually happened on the day that we didn't really have time to discuss then, because we had spent about 12 hours on it, give or take. Not on the PC build itself. The PC build went relatively as simple as you guys saw in the video, so that's not a lack of transparency. It was just the floor, fighting with the Ethernet cable, and then this other problem that I'm going to tell you about, which we mentioned smallly, and that was, for whatever reason, the Bluetooth adapter for the controller, because I am not going to play with a mouse and keyboard. Sorry, Kev. Not going to do it. I hate them. I want to play with a controller. I like a controller. So I connected a Bluetooth to the top of the PC, and it did not work. Like, we fought with it forever. We tried everything there was. We tried troubleshooting online. Look, if it works for you, great. I recommend, if you have this problem, they sell these real cheap for Xbox. I'm going to show it to you now. It's the charge cable. They probably came with your normal Xbox. It's just a USB accessible charge cable. They sell them for about $10. We got, me and my wife just got 2 online for 20. And basically, you know, you use them to plug in to sync into your Xbox normally. But if you just take these, you plug them into the computer, the USB into the computer, and plug that into your controller, you're good to go. The thing I will say is, if that comes unplugged while you're playing, you immediately lose controller access because it can't. There's no Bluetooth on this computer to like keep it connected. So, but I'm just playing wired because I'm sitting right there on the computer. It's not like anybody's going to trip over or anything like that. So, that was my fix for that. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed everything we did here, and I hope you enjoyed everything. Again, the only reason Phil Billy isn't here is he is indisposed. Congratulations, Phil Billy. And I do want to say one last time, thank you so much, Phil Billy. I have extremely twitchy hands, which you can kind of see on the video. So I don't know that I could have even done this by myself. And him coming over and just spending an entire day building this PC is the best. I mean, it's so nice. It was so nice of him. Thank you, Phil Billy, for that. And thank you, guys. As usual, you know, I already did all the plugs, so I'm going to not do that to you guys again. But you guys keep watching and listening. We'll keep making them. See you guys next week or next time.